is really hard with Kanye. He told me my career's over.
Why are we always making excuses for the people that traumatize us?
The Kardashians are almost back, and we already have so much to keep up with. Hey guys, welcome back to another shared news from home. The Kardashians premiere is so close, and they've been staying in the headlines this entire week, specifically our girl Kim. But before we get into it, make sure that you subscribe to our channel and ring that bell so you never miss out on any future videos. I'm your host, Gianna, joined today by the wonderful Zachary Reality. Zach, I have to ask, how excited are you for this premiere?
I mean, this has been a long time in the making. It's been almost a year or over a year since we had Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and now this new show is going to be such a different layer and kind of more of a docu-series, apparently. So it's going to be so exciting. I can't wait to see what the girls have been up to and get our answers to our most asked questions. They have been in the press for months, Gianna, teasing us about this show. So I can't wait to just see it in fruition. I feel like it should have came out like 2 months ago because we're still talking about it. So I can't wait to just see it already.
Honestly, I mean, it really has been so long. But although they haven't been on our TVs in a little bit, they have been in the headlines, like you said, non-stop. So let's go over what Kim has been up to because there is so much happening with her lately. First off, Kim is revealing some new info regarding her and Kanye's divorce. She made an appearance on Dear Media's podcast this week and said that her and Kanye didn't speak for 8 whole months after she filed for divorce, but she said that he would still come to see the kids. Now, remember, she did file for divorce back in February of 2021, and she said that they eventually started talking later on after those 8 months. She even went to the Donda premiere, which I'm sure you can remember. Everyone thought that they were back together when they saw that she went. And she says that she just wants her and Kanye to be co parenting goals at the end of the day. So, Zach, I mean, do you think it was a smart move for them not to talk for 8 months? I mean, 8 months is a really long time.
Yeah, and I guess this was when we didn't even know they were separated because they were separated for a long time before they announced their divorce. So nobody really thought to look too much into it, especially because it was during the pandemic. So I guess Kanye was living in Wyoming. So it's probably a lot easier to ignore someone during a pandemic when things are a little bit more shut down. But at least he was able to come over and see the kids. And then what do you think, Gianna? She just like hid in her room or she had the nannies like kind of escort him in and out. Like, it's a little confusing. 8 months is a long time, but I'm glad that they took that time apart. So now that they're able to have this co-parenting relationship, it kind of, worked out and for the best it possibly could, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like Kim being the girl that she is, I can see her opening the door and letting him in and just making very small, brief conversation and then him leaving and her saying goodbye after he spent some time with the kids. So I don't know if it was anything hostile in terms of her like ignoring him. I just think that it was smart of them to kind of take a break. And she even said in that podcast, sometimes that happens in relationships. You just need a little bit of a break and it ends up working out for the better. But surprisingly, that is all we have for news in terms of Kanye and Kim. He's been laying on the low. So let's move on because someone that has been right alongside Kim in the headlines has been, of course, Pete Davidson. On that same podcast, she also gave us a little insight about the very start of her and Pete's relationship, which has been what we've all been so curious about in the
Uh-huh.
first place. She said that when her and Pete first kissed in their Aladdin skit on Saturday Night Live, she felt a zing. She said, although she was surprised by that zing that she was feeling, she was thinking in that moment, quote, wow, I really haven't kissed anyone else in 10 years. So maybe I'm just like being stupid and it's nothing and it's just a stage kiss. But then she said a few days later, she couldn't let go of his. Now, Zach, I'm quoting this word for word, big D energy. And she decided
Ah.
to just put herself out there after that. So, whoa, we've never heard her say anything like that before. Now, in regards to who initiated their very first date, she teased that we'll just have to watch the Kardashians when it comes out to find
Poor.
out. So, Zach, I mean, of course, But who do you think initiated the first date just after hearing all of this?
I think Kim initiated the first dates. She seemed really into him and kind of attached. She got those pheromones when she kissed Pete and was around his big D energy, as she said. I feel like Pete was probably a little intimidated by Kim at first because she is such a big public figure in the media. She's a mom, she is a, ex-wife. So I feel like Pete probably didn't want to push it too hard, but once he noticed that Kim was interested, he was like, "All right, here we go. Now I can kind of dive right in." And it seems like the two have kind of been inseparable since. She seems really happy. I do wonder at times how he feels being like a PR marketing tool because at the end of the day, like, this is a lot of PR for her new show and like the way she's revealing all of the details of her relationship. So perfectly, like, with a month away from the premiere, a week away from the premiere. Like, I feel like Pete, I hope he doesn't feel used in any way, but I do think she genuinely likes him, but it's also her business. So it really is like a fine line of like how he probably wanted to even like talk to her. So that's why I think that she was the one that really initiated it.
I fully agree with you. And I truly think like Pete is used to it in a way, like all this attention and this energy. I don't
Ariana.
think he necessarily feels used. I mean, as we know, he dated Ariana Grande, who was and still is a huge, huge public figure as well. And he's just been dating these amazing, beautiful women since then. So I feel like he's used to it in a way. And obviously, they did just show up to the premiere of the Kardashians together. And I feel like if he didn't want to be involved in any of that, then he wouldn't have gone in the first place. Because as we know, he hates the limelight, but he still went with her. He stayed off to the side. He didn't go in any pictures or interviews. And I feel like that says a lot about their relationship. He really respects her and she respects him as well, even though they're living these two totally, completely different lives. But not only did Kim give us a teaser of their relationship, but these two also practically broke the internet this week when Kim posted an adorable picture of them together on her Instagram. In the picture, Kim and Pete are cuddled up next to each other during a pizza date. And she's wearing that beautiful silver dress that she did wear to the premiere. So obviously, this was after the event. And in the first picture, he's kissing her on the cheek. And in the second picture, they are romantically gazing into each other's eyes. And the caption to me was the best part of it all. Kim wrote, quote, late night snack. So these two are clearly couple goals. I absolutely loved these pictures. Zach, but do you think this is just kind of a honeymoon stage where they're all over each other? Or do we think that they're really in love and in it for the long haul?
I think that's definitely a honeymoon stage, which I think a lot of relationships are the first year, or even the first 2 years, they say. So I definitely think that they're really into each other and it's hot and heavy right now. And now she can finally show off her relationship. So I think they've been hot and heavy for a minute, but now she feels comfortable posting. And I mean, I also don't think it's weird timing that she's posting now with the premiere of the Kardashians coming this week. Like, of course, now she wants to share her relationship. So that kind of goes back to my point earlier. I don't think they're in it forever. I feel like they live two completely different lifestyles. And I respect that Pete wants to kind of warm up to Kim's lifestyle. But then you mentioned, he was dating Ariana, so he knows what it's like. Dating this like mega celebrity who's like always in the headlines. Kim is a little different because she's more reality TV based, and her family is like known for this. So I think that their separate lives could be a problem later down the road. But for now, they just seem super giddy and happy and all over each other. And even if this is her rebound, and even if it is just a honeymoon situation, like, there really is no harm, no foul. I mean, it seems like they're going to get along and they'll always be friends, regardless if they break up one day.
I really hope so. And I kind of hope they're in it for the long run. I mean, I love Pete Davidson and I know he's ready for marriage. Obviously, he proposed to Ariana Grande, who then called off the engagement and then they broke up. And I genuinely feel bad for him. Like, he's just been through the ringer when it comes to relationships and his own personal life. And I really, again, love him. So if him and Kim ever break up, I will happily date Pete Davidson. So, Pete, if you're watching, I'm here. I'm waiting for you. But despite how adorable him and Kim are right now, Kim also said that she wasn't even planning on being in a relationship with Pete in the first place. She revealed on Hoda Kotb's Making Space podcast that things happen when you least expect it, and her relationship with Pete was the last thing that she would ever plan on. In fact, when it started happening, Kim says that her and Pete were both shocked about what was happening. But she said since it was the last thing anyone expected, she thinks that it makes their relationship so much sweeter and so much more fun. I mean, Zach, we definitely never saw this coming, literally ever. But do you think it really does make their relationship even better? I mean, I feel like it's the same for Courtney and Travis as well. And look at them now.
Yeah, the best relationships happen when you're least expecting it, and they weren't expecting it to happen, and then here they are. So, yeah, definitely super happy for them. It seems genuine. They seem in love. I love how Kim is like dating Pete, Courtney's dating Travis. We just need Chloe to get that energy and find her man because she's the only single one out of the group of sisters. Even the mom, Corey, and Chris are together. So it's like we need to find Chloe a man. So I'm wondering if Pete has any friends or Travis has any friends. And I also would love to see a double date on the Kardashians with Kim and Courtney and their boyfriends. That would be so much fun to see.
I agree with you. I would love to see them all sitting in a room together. And I said Pete deserves the best, but I agree. Chloe really does deserve the best, especially after everything she went through with Tristan, which I'm sure we'll all see go down on Hulu when the Kardashians premiere this week. I mean, this week, grab your popcorn, grab your wine. It's happening finally. And we are just so excited. But for now, that is all we have for you guys. Let us know all your thoughts about Kim and Pete and all things Kardashians down in the comments below. And again, make sure that you subscribe to our channel and ring that bell so you never miss out on any future videos. I'm your host, Gianna Gravelisi, and I was joined today by Zachary Reality. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.